Hello, and welcome to another chapter of a tome pulled right off the shelves at the heart of the jackals. This is Rigar, part 19, Terror. Let's get to work.
Korvinus whirled his head in this new direction, or tried to. He was on his stomach, pressed against the ground. He could barely breathe. Ether was nowhere to be found. He didn't have the energy to reach out with a tendril. He didn't want to find any more of this monster, to touch it, to know what it was. He wanted to, but he couldn't. There wasn't any energy. Something was above him, some debris, some weight, old, dried, crackling decay. Piles and piles of it. What was going on? Why had he woken up to this? Again. Focus on breathing. Breathe. No! Not like that. Why would you breathe like that? Are you trying to lure it closer to you? Korvinus, think. Think like Lothran taught you to always do. No matter what, you have to think. You have to know what's going on. You have to figure it out. You're the only one that can. For you, do this right now. Calm down. Why are you freaking out? Why are you trapped here? What is going on right now? Get a hold of yourself. What is wrong? He could feel its weight on whatever was keeping him here. Whatever tree or whatever thing was on him. It was poking at the concealment that kept him covered, bound him in place, and protected him from whatever this thing is. Oh, it's infuriating not be able to see, not be able to know what... Korvinus held tightly onto his lungs as it got closer, keeping any sound at all from seeping out of them. And the creature slowly backed off. What was this thing? Lothran had taught him so much. Not how to think in a situation like this. Who would teach you to think in a situation like this? Who even could predict something like this? Trapped under heats of dead plants, unable to move even if he wanted to. He was still tied to the effing sled. If he had some sense of the environment he was in, some way to limit the amount of predators that could feel as large as the one that had pressed on this container. Shouting. Distant. Distraught. The predator retreated. Went towards whatever the sound had been. It's moving away. Is that Etha shouting? This troubled Korvinus even more. Is she luring it away? What if it's a Lomarak? It could be pretending to be slow, only to leap like a missile into its next target. What if it's a Kaimar? It would be adept at tracing smells enough to know that her smell was on him, and therefore taking her out before searching for him under the pile would be the right play in its hunt. His mind began to race, stuck as he was, tied in place by circumstances out of his control and the consequences of his own choices, but choices he made to save himself and her. Etha had to be safe. She didn't know what she was doing out there. Korvinus began tugging at his restraints, pulling at the ropes binding his arms, but he'd really only move his right arm all that much, and while the ropes had already begun to fray, they were too strong. He couldn't budge them, and had made them too well. She was out there. She was in trouble. He was helpless, here, tied and buried under whatever this was. What is happening out there? What is happening out there? What is going on? There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. I'm stuck here. So infuriated. What is going on? I need to know. I need to know.
And so it is. Our time together has once more come to a close. I have been Lothran, and this was Rigar, Part 19. Terror. Another tale from the heart of the jackals. Go ahead, Korvoth.
Yes, sir. Okay, that's the end of the story today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave all your comments, questions, and kindnesses down below. Don't be a jerk, though. And don't forget to stay safe out there. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to show your support. And when you subscribe, you gotta click this bell thing to make sure you get notifications when we release our videos every day, because you don't want to miss none. They're just great. Good night and good luck. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.